flipping back the calendar to highlight yesteryear's finest while exploring the vast archives in cinema history. This is the Movie Review Rewind podcast on Nashville Movie Dispatch.
Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
Oh!
It's a festive episode of the Movie Review Rewind podcast for you here on Nashville Movie Dispatch. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. At this point, we're just a few days away from the big day. Hope you're all getting a moment to take it easy, prop your feet up, reflect on the year that was, look forward to the year ahead, and spend some time with those you hold dear. Preferably by a fireplace with maybe a glass of eggnog in hand, taking in the wonder of the majestic Christmas tree. I'm Stoney
Beautiful
Keeley.
shelving.
Yes, with beautiful I hope you all have beautiful shelving in your homes.
Books. Tons of books.
I'm Stoney Keeley, your host for the Movie Review Rewind podcast. You can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd at Stoney Keeley. Collectively, we are at Sobros Network on all major social media platforms. And, of course, you can check out all of our work at NashvilleMovieDispatch.substack.com. About time for you guys to be getting those copies of the 2025 Nashville Movie Dispatch Movie Annual as well. So thank you to all who have purchased those already. I know I've got a copy sitting on my fine shelving in my living room, and I hope you'll give us a shot to look at the year in review. Of course, I'm joined today by a board member of the Music City Film Critics Association, member of Southeastern Film Critics Association, and our resident film critic here at Nashville Movie Dispatch, Mr. Big Shot Brandon Vick. Brandon, Merry Christmas. How you doing?
Merry Christmas. I love this time of year.
Yeah. What do you feel about the tone from going from Tangerine a couple of weeks ago to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
I saw a lot of horrors in this one, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're just out of line.
I'm sorry. Doris Roberts.
This was going to be a nice episode.
It was, yeah. It still can be.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, well, this is probably one of the biggest shifts you can make.
Yeah, I would
from
say
one
so.
Christmas movie to another. But this is one I think all of us watch every year, and it's one of the big ones for us because it is something that, like, I don't even have to watch it all the way through. I can just turn it on at different parts, let it play. It's still funny. I love some of the music, and so it puts me in the holiday cheer.
We've also got our buddy Brett back. Brett, how are you doing? Merry Christmas.
I'm doing good. Merry Christmas. I shared a couple weeks ago I had acquired a pickle me elbow for my children, just one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You won't believe this. If you remember in Jingle All the Way, when Howard took that Turbo Man out from under the neighbor's tree, that happened.
Is that right?
So now I've gotten a trickle me elbow.
Oh,
Kind of like a waterboarding
but
version.
who took the other one? That pickle me one.
We haven't, it's still in process trying to figure that out.
I thought you brought up Jingle All the Way to say that you got a fresh new Slurbo Man doll.
You
that
know,
was 3 years.
those were sold out too.
Well, those were 3 years ago.
Yeah, I did look into that.
I think the lesson we've learned here is that, if I'm not mistaken, you live in Antioch, and that's the problem. I think that's the real issue here for Christmas.
Either way, no matter the circumstances, this is a movie that lives rent-free in my head.
Hell yeah.
I'm happy to be here to talk about it.
Hell
Is there, just right off the bat, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989, if I didn't say it, an American Christmas slapstick comedy film, the third installment in National Lampoon Magazine's Vacation film series. Christmas Vacation was directed by Jeremiah S. Chechik. I don't know any other films that Jeremiah did.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas? Are we going to...
Just take it to the bank. Don't look it up.
No. Don't worry, Brandon. We have the internet. I can fact
don't look
check
it up.
that.
Don't look
I think
it up.
that's right.
That sounds right to me.
Jeremiah also did Benny and June.
Sure.
Tall Tale.
Okay.
Diabolique.
I don't
Diabolique.
know what that is.
And then Goodfellas?
Yeah. When's Goodfellas come in?
The Avengers.
What?
How about that 1998's The Avengers?
Oh, with Ray Fiennes, Uma Thurman,
Yep, that's
Sean
the
Connery.
one. And then The Right Kind of Wrong in 2013. So quite the
Hell of a career.
filmography there.
Hell of a career.
Oh, it looks like he did some episodes of Burn Notice.
Oh, well, never mind.
3 episodes of Gossip Girl.
Okay.
A lot of TV on.
Well, that's
Jeremiah's
what happens when
filmography.
you make the movies you just said. You go to TV.
Yeah. So this to me, to just start this conversation on this fine, fantastic film,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be the most quotable Christmas movie
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I
And here's
see.
the
I feel like there's going to be a contingent of people that are going to go to Elf because there's a lot of quotes that came from Elf.
No, go to hell.
I have, yes, that 'tis the season. You're
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
I have softened. I liked Elf when I first saw it. And then I rewatched it years later because we did an episode of Drinking with Stephen McCash about Elf, and I kind of realized about myself is that I like it because of the Christmas vibes. I don't actually think it's that great of a film.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it has like a cult following, and there are people out there that, to me, when I think of quotable Christmas films, these are the two that I think of. And I feel like there would be a strong contingent of moviegoers that would say Elf is the most quotable Christmas film of all
And
time.
I think some people would say 8 Crazy Nights because he sings a song about Bite My Dink.
Amen.
Yeah.
And some other things. But I feel
And
like
some other things,
I feel like
yes.
Christmas Vacation is kind of that same way. Like, I don't think it's like a well done, great movie. But for what it wants to do and the people in it and the Christmas environment, it's just funny. It's stupid and it's silly, but it is funny, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do when it's Christmas time.
It's really interesting to look back at it too, because when it was released, it got pretty mixed reviews.
Oh yeah,
I think you can see it too when you watch it. It's like, well, if it wasn't the charm of the Christmas season,
yeah, there's not much else going on.
yeah. But over time, it's one of those films that really grew legs in the hearts of audiences, so to speak, because it became a Christmas classic, something that families sit around every year. I know, like, we do an event, we get together Black Friday every year, cook breakfast for dinner, and watch Christmas Vacation and 8 Crazy Nights. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that do that. But I just like the iconic characters in it, the dialogue, the script. I feel like it's one of the funniest, but also I think it's the most quotable Christmas movie of all time. Where did you land on this one, Brett?
From a quotable standpoint, I feel like this is MJ versus LeBron debate of they're different eras. And, maybe Elf is that of post 2000. Yeah. But I feel like for this era, it's got to be Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. I'm with you guys.
I agree.
Yeah. So I did not realize this was technically the third vacation film series. First of all, I also did not realize until doing research for this podcast that National Lampoon was actually a magazine.
Yeah, that's how it started.
I thought it was like a film company, like, Broken Lizard.
Yeah,
just a group of guys that make movies together.
Yeah.
That sort of deal.
And there's some documentaries about National Lampoon and kind of the way that it started and how it was a big deal. And then their first one, I don't remember what their first movie was, because a lot of it was a magazine. And then I know, like,
it was a magazine, a
Animal
humor
House was a part of it, and
a humor magazine from 1970 to 1998. So a 28-year run.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the films that they did on here.
I mean, they still did some all the way up to. I mean, there's some National Lampoons, whatever. Now, I'm not saying that they're good ones and that they went straight to, like,
yeah, what is
Redbox.
National Lampoon today?
But I don't know what it is today, because they were doing some movies. But they were always kind of like towards the end, at least, they were kind of like trying to do what like American Pie did.
I was going to say,
they were trying to do like with younger people.
It may not be this exactly, but I'm thinking of things like Van Wilder.
That is, yeah.
Is that a National Lampoon?
So, man, they did They did everything, National Lampoon. I never realized this was such a big brand, but they did do, like, they did books. They had theater. They had like vinyl cassette tapes at the time. They did
you won't believe
television,
this, but the shoes I'm wearing are National Lampoon.
Is that?
Yeah, they were produced by them.
All right, here we go. The list of National Lampoon films: Animal House, 1978, Movie Madness, Class Reunion, Vacation, Joy of Sex, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Loaded Weapon 1, Senior Trip, Vegas Vacation, Golf Punks, Van Wilder, Replicate, but it's like Repla-Kate as in Kate. I don't even know what that is. That's 2002. Blackball in 2003. Jake's Booty Call in 2003.
Well, that sounds fun.
And then it switched over to National Lampoon Incorporated. There's a ton of movies.
I'm showing...
Barely Legal, Gold Diggers, Dorm Days.
Dorm Days, I remember.
Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj.
Oh, yeah.
Who could forget that?
Yeah, I don't know any of these movies. But
I'm looking at some that say National Lampoon's Last Resort. They had Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Oh, good.
And there's one that has, where is it? National Lampoon's Holiday Reunion with Judge Reinhold and Bryan Cranston.
Oh, man, we need to watch that one.
You should see the cover.
They rebooted it in 2015 with Ed Helms. Ed Helms as a grown-up Rusty Griswold. Yeah. Was that any good? Did y'all see that?
I didn't.
I did. It's all right. And Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo make a cameo as his parents.
Chris Hemsworth is in it?
Yep, he is in it.
Christina Applegate, Leslie Mann.
I see National Lampoon's Schindler's List. Must have done that one.
Yeah, so this
National Lampoon says Apocalypse Now.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. It sounds like a whole lot of I don't really give a shit.
Yes. The longer it goes,
I think that sums it up well.
Past the vacation ones, yeah, that's probably about right.
Excuse me. What were y'all's opinions on Animal House? Did y'all ever see that?
I haven't seen it, so I'll say.
I think I've seen bits and pieces, and I'm kind of like you. I didn't think it was that funny, but I haven't seen the whole thing, I don't think. And I sometimes get it confused with Porky's that I did see, and that was such a waste of time and like cringeworthy, gross. If I was in that movie and watched it today, there's no way I could look at myself and be like, that I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Having not seen it, I do wonder, and we've asked this about other movies, is it just you had to be in that era?
I think so.
Probably, yeah.
Because that's what I've been like hypercritical of Animal House. I mean, to the point, like I've caught flack online because I wrote a review of it and posted my notes of watching it for the very first time, and I caught a lot of flack for it from people that were older, just saying like, no, you don't understand. At the time, John Belushi putting an onion in his mouth and smashing his cheeks like he was popping a zip, that was peak comedy.
Greatest joke of all time.
I remember one of them saying that that like you knew your stuff, but they hated your personality.
Yeah. That's what it was about in my review of Animal House.
I'm just thinking 6 months or a year ago, my wife watched Old School. It was on TV, and she watched some of it, and she looked at me like offended and said, "Was this funny?" And it was just kind of like, you just kind of had to be there.
It's still funny. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But it's different now, sure,
well, I'm sure.
Than it was when it first came out. But the stuff that I loved,
like with Will Ferrell and that Frank the Tank, and then when he's acting like he's playing hockey and hits it in the house. And
I just wonder if it's the same kind
I'm
of
sure
thing.
It is for a different generation. I believe
I would
that.
guess so. I would guess so. Yeah. But I didn't like Animal House, but I'm conflicted. Like, I haven't seen any of the other vacation movies. So how did those stack up? Because there's a quote somewhere in my research I found that I should source, but I don't have it handy. But somebody said at some point during all this that these vacation movies are little more than a vehicle for Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I've seen Vacation and European Vacation. to me, Christmas Vacation is the definitive vacation movie.
I agree. I don't remember seeing all of European Vacation. I remember seeing, I think I did watch the original Vacation, but nothing was as quotable, certainly nothing as funny as Christmas Vacation. And then Vegas Vacation would come after this one. And
I've seen a good amount of it, if not all of it.
Yeah,
too.
and that's why it ended.
It's
not even that funny, much less that fun. And Chevy Chase is past his prime. All that's gone.
The antics, the formula that's there in Christmas Vacation of kind of, there's the piece with him trying to flirt with a younger, attractive woman. Like, that's in all of the movies, I feel like. And him doing ridiculous slapstick things. Like, that's in all of the movies.
Yeah.
And
no, I think the formula has been the same for however long. But the thing is that depending on where you put this family, it can work wonders or it can backfire. And I think there's a little bit of all of that probably in all of them. But Vegas Vacation, what is the worst? Christmas Vacation is the only one I really care to just visit just because it is fun. And again, it's still silly.
What I was essentially getting at with like the National Lampoon movies as a whole, and people saying like, oh, Chevy Chase just makes these things. It's a marketing gimmick to get him over, so to speak. The other movies, how they stand up to Christmas Vacation. Like, is this just a case where kind of like what we were dancing around before, probably not that great of a movie that is helped tremendously by the Christmas setting?
Yeah. I think, spoiler alert, because we'll go there later, but for me, like you said, the plot, all of that, whatever on this movie. But on quotability and vibes alone, 10 out of 10.
Yes. And like when the family comes and visits and all of that interaction with them on top of like trying to make it the best Christmas and the decorations and the neighbors who are no fun and don't give a shit about Christmas. Like, there's a lot in there. And Cousin Eddie is a huge part of it that, they did a Christmas Vacation too. That was just about Cousin Eddie's thing. I never saw it. And
me neither.
From what I understand, Randy Quaid now is a very sensible person. So I'm sure things have worked out, but yeah, Christmas definitely plays a part because, like honestly, let's just say we talk about this in March, for instance. Yeah. I don't want to watch it.
No,
I'm not interested. I don't give a shit about Christmas Vacation then.
I will say, it's because of what this movie is, I could watch parts of it in other times of the year. Maybe not in March, in theory. Not that we would ever talk about it then, but I do think I could watch it I was going to say we owe a debt of gratitude to Vacation and European Vacation because without them we don't get this. So
fair enough.
We need that for the characters, for Cousin Eddie, for Clark, for all of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I basically after Thanksgiving through December, I can watch it anytime.
I've opened that window. This is a good rabbit trail. I've opened that window to post October.
Like as long as for November.
As long as Halloween's over, I'm open to Christmas.
Well, I mean, listen, a peek behind the curtain. We were all three college roommates. We lived in the same apartment for our entire college. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Please keep it moving.
Goodness, do you need to change your diaper?
No.
Okay.
Nope. But there's a smelly frog in here, I'll tell you that much.
We were all roommates in college, and there was one year that you guys gave me shit because on Halloween night, after we came in from, we were wild and crazy back then. We had come in from, I think, having dinner at Little Caesars or Applebee's, and 8 o'clock, Halloween was over. So I actually took down the Halloween decorations and put up Christmas lights in my room that night. So I'm all for it. Like, I
would like to publicly apologize.
Not me. It's okay. Got to be November. You can't. You enjoy spooky season. November 1st, you're free to
Yeah.
To roam and do what you please.
It has become for me September and October are spooky season.
Right? That's
Yeah.
fall
And then November and December can go to
Well,
Christmas.
I
and
have
Thanksgiving's
a
a part of that.
That's right.
I have a window. I don't know if you know this about me, Brett, and we're just going to air this out live on the podcast, whatever.
Sure.
I have like a small collection of what I call fall movies. And so like Labor Day through like the second week of September, I'm watching like When Harry Met Sally, Dead Poets Society. You've Got Mail was a good one that Brandon submitted. I like watching The Departed at that time of year. It's just like stuff that's like set in the fall. Good Will Hunting is another one, but it's not like themed. You get through.
I can see the autumn leaves as you're talking about.
Thank you. Get through those 2 weeks, and then I'm switching over to spooky season.
Yeah.
But it is like I consider the holidays like the entire last third of the year.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm winding down for the year. Hopefully I've accomplished everything I want to do, and I'm going to start getting into these films. And
why not?
Christmas Vacation is one that, man, when I think about not just the movies I watch every Christmas, which I think if I had, well, maybe we'll save that. Maybe we'll save that for the end of the show. Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies for all of us. Just jotting that down, making notes, live producing a podcast. But it's not just one of those movies that I watch every year. I'm liable to watch it like 2 or 3 times every season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you guys actually know what the film is based on? This is not like an independent original screenplay. This is an adapted screenplay.
Oh, no.
I think I have heard before that it's like is it a book or a short story?
It is based off of the short story called Christmas 59 that was published in National Lampoon.
Oh, okay.
Written by John Hughes.
Oh.
So for those not familiar, John Hughes, fabled director, 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, and his last one was Curly Sue. Which,
English Patient.
Gosh. John Hughes did not do what?
I remember seeing Curly Sue because it had Jim Belushi.
It's like, wait, I don't.
Anthony. Listen, just so people don't question me, Anthony Minghella directed The English Patient.
I'm looking at his filmography. I'm like, John Hughes did not do The English Patient.
National Lampoon Schindler's List, though. Have you seen it?
So I wanted to ask you guys: do you have a favorite John Hughes film?
Oh.
I like The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast, yeah, I mean, I guess probably The Breakfast. I mean, I feel like it always goes back to kind of Breakfast Club or 16 Candles, which, I mean, I honestly have not watched those in years.
It's been a while. Maybe we need to revisit one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bride of Chucky.
That's not one of the ones that I listed.
Oh, I just thought you skipped some.
No,
I
did
did
not.
like Curly Sue. That had Jim Belushi, and I don't know the little girl, but I did like that one.
I'll throw in there, this is probably not my favorite, but I only saw it a few years ago. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles holds up well.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's like a Thanksgiving
Yes,
movie,
that
right?
is a Thanksgiving movie.
That's a
right.
Thanksgiving movie.
Very
Not
much
that.
so.
We need, it plays this time of year too. Well,
I mean, I think
a month ago.
specifically it is for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But I watch. You know what? I don't want to distract here, but I watched a Christmas movie that had Steve Martin called Mixed Nuts. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I know of it. I've not seen it.
I don't know. I didn't really like it. That's it. That's all I got.
okay. All right.
Well, his movie has Steve Martin in it. I thought it was worth mentioning.
That is true. Thank
But,
you.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I guess Breakfast Club, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the earlier stuff that kind of establishes them, and then but he also produced 1,000 things.
Ferris Bueller's hard to top that for me.
I did.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you haven't?
Really?
I
Never
did.
seen
I
that.
have seen.
Oh, we need to do that. Can we please do that?
That's a good one.
Yeah, we could.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Ferris Bueller. I think I kind of enjoyed that one more than Breakfast Club. But there's so many memorable things in Breakfast Club. I think that's why it kind of sticks with you.
Breakfast Club is probably more iconic to me, but Ferris Bueller is probably more rewatchable to me.
Nah, that's fair.
So we've talked about these vacation movies kind of being a vehicle for Chevy Chase. I love that phrasing because it does kind of feel like.
But I think that's how Fletch was. I mean, I think that's how a lot of things were back in the day, is that they kind of had this guy and they kind of built it around them. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the way it was with Tom Selleck back in the day, Burt Reynolds back in the day. Like, everybody it was always kind of this fitting thing. Like, it's not like Chevy Chase was going to go do something different.
Yeah.
It was just going to be these different characters. But I tell you what, you're guaranteed it's a comedy. Now, whether it's funny or not, that's different. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure National Lampoon kind of built up. But I mean, I feel like that's the same thing with John Belushi. I mean, National Lampoon played a big part in kind of his success.
Yeah. Chase is known as a pretty complicated guy. Not always the easiest to work with. I think
not at all. As a matter of fact, the word is that John Hughes, I think, produced Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And Christopher Columbus was going to direct Christmas Vacation.
And they didn't get along.
But they did not get along. So John Hughes promised him a different movie, which ended up being Home Alone.
Crazy how the stars align.
And then Jeremiah was the lucky guy to direct this, which thank God, because he went on to
do so much.
Yeah, he went on to direct.
Was that before or after Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue?
I think it was after.
Okay.
Because Christopher Columbus, if I'm not mistaken, and this is for the kids out there, he directed the first Harry Potter movie.
Really?
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very well.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys have a favorite Chevy Chase movie then?
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
There's not much else that I would say is great.
I mean, I looked through, he actually has a pretty extensive filmography.
In the 70s and 80s, he was the man.
I did not realize, I didn't really realize how many movies he had been in. He was in Caddyshack.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure some of these are well known that I've never heard of. He's in Fletch.
Yep.
The Three Amigos.
Yep. Steve Martin and Marty Short.
Yeah, Caddyshack 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's Christmas Vacation. He was in Last Action Hero. Oh, he had a cameo as himself. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's just one that I saw that I knew. I was like, I know that Last Action Hero. He was in Dirty Work, which was a fun little...
Yeah, with Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. He was in Orange County as the principal.
That's the one I was
going to say,
on.
that's the one I kind of remember him in.
I don't know anything that he has done in the 2000s beyond Orange County. He has a credit for, he's the repairman in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
I think so.
People would argue about Three Amigos, Fletch, and stuff, because obviously those are big ones. But for me, I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of everything formulated from like what you know about Chevy Chase and his comedic chops to SNL Chevy Chase. And even though, like you said, with European Vacation, it's not like this is the first time Clark Griswold has shown up. But to me, it's kind of one of those where everything just kind of aligns like it should.
Yeah.
And no matter how people received it or when it came out, but it is one of those that I feel like kind of shows everything that why and when he was famous. Christmas Vacation shows it.
There's also of people of a certain generation, which includes us and I think our parents, that for me, I grew up watching this movie because my parents enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And now that's continued on for me. And so it'll be interesting to see, like, my kids, will they care about Christmas Vacation?
I feel like your kids will care, like, and mine too, is that it'll be this elf, like, it'll be these things.
Nostalgic thing.
Yeah,
That's
or something,
What you're talking about there, Brett, is why I ultimately feel like Chevy Chase probably owes his legacy to this movie, because this is something that's going to be passed down through the generations.
Yeah.
I think people of a certain age... you look at him and you think of SNL, obviously. I think there's probably a good core of younger people that look at him and think Community. I think that did a lot to really revive his career as well.
I do too.
But Christmas Vacation is the one thing that transcends them both because of what you talked about. It's parents watching it, passing it down to their kids, and their kids passing it along to their kids, so on and so forth, because this has become such a staple of the season.
And what's funny is, if I'm not mistaken, I think Chevy Chase, he was only with SNL, I think maybe one season.
Was he?
I think he left the second or third season because Bill Murray came in, and I think Bill Murray came in on the second season.
And they got into it. They did not.
When he came back, when Chevy came back to host.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long ago that was, but from my understanding, Chevy left because he was doing these movies. And so he, it's kind of like anybody, like I think SNL still does it today. You kind of have these... guys that kind of pop out of it and they're going to do it, but rarely does it happen within 1 year and they just say, okay, forget it, I'm leaving.
Well, and the thing to me that makes this movie great across generations is, and this is true of a lot of good comedy movies, there are things that a kid can find funny about this, like the squirrel scene or the sled scene.
Yeah.
And then there are different things that adults, while adults may still enjoy those scenes, there are different things that land differently for adults that you don't quite understand as a kid.
Absolutely.
So this film was a commercial success. I was kind of surprised to see that they had a budget of $25 million for this movie. Because you got to think, like, it's released in 1989. What is the money going for?
Chevy
Chase at this point?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, some.
Probably
I'm sure
a
he
fair
got paid some millions.
Randy Quaid?
Maybe. He's an Oscar nominee.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. It had a box office run of $73.3 million. So wildly successful, nearly tripled its budget. Mixed reviews from critics off the bat. Over time, it has kind of grown a fondness in their hearts. Do you want to take a wild guess based on 57 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, what the tomato meter is sitting at for this film?
Oh, I think it's like 38.
38?
I'm gonna guess higher than that. I'm gonna guess like 60.
72%.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
from
thought
the critics.
critics hated it.
The audience, higher or lower?
What was it?
Higher,
72%.
for sure.
72?
I would say higher.
I feel like it's higher, but maybe not that much, like 78, 82.
78. Do you want to venture a number guess, Brett?
For the audience, I'm going to guess more like 88 or something.
86%.
86, okay.
Based on
I'm
100,000
never good at
plus
this.
reviews.
Oh, there you go.
So, again, one of those films that I think over time has really grown, found a place in the hearts of audiences. Do you guys have, we'll be here all day, favorite quotes, favorite scenes?
There's two that I use all the time is, he's just yakking on a bone.
Yeah, I love that one
about
too.
all kinds of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one that I really like to use when someone says something to my wife or I say something to my wife and you don't hear, I say, they want you to say grace.
The blessing.
The blessing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love to say those two.
Another great scene that plays with kids and adults because I
Yes.
remember as a kid her standing up and saying the Pledge of Allegiance was one of my killed every time with me.
Yes. Those are the two I like to use a lot. You Serious Clark, I think.
You Serious Clark? That's a good one. I use that one year round.
I feel like You Serious Clark is just in the vernacular.
It's funny. It's so funny even when it's in that
movie
where he's like, talking about Santa and of all the people, a grown-ass man. It's like, oh, wait, you serious, Clark?
I'll give two. That one that's very well known, the rant that you started with, the quote from Where's the Tylenol. There are some things, I'm looking at this, there are some things in this that to this day I don't know what they mean.
Really?
Flushing. I don't know what that is.
Is that part of his rant?
Yeah, that's that's part of what he calls his boss.
Yeah.
Flushing, stiff-legged. I'm not quite spotty-lipped.
Oh,
I don't know either.
Worm-headed.
Yeah.
Worm-headed.
It's great. And then an often overlooked one that I loved is Cousin Eddie when they're walking through, I guess it's Walmart or something, saying,
Are we about to say the same one?
I don't want to steal it if you're going to
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Your company kill off all those people in India a while back, and he says, "No, we missed out on that one."
I'm like,
it's the same conversation.
Yes,
but when
I think I know where you're going.
When he's asking him about like, what are you going to do for the kids for Christmas, and Eddie thinks he's talking about the kids in Walmart. He goes, "Oh, these kids can fend for themselves."
Yes,
I say that all the time too.
But in that same conversation where he acts like, oh, we don't have a Christmas, and then like, what do you want? And then he gives him money. It's like, you buy yourself something real nice too, Clark. Like he has this whole list ready for him to buy, and as he's packing on like 15 pounds of dog food.
Here's a list alphabetically.
Yeah,
starting
here's
with
a list.
Catherine.
Anyway, you get yourself something real nice, Clark.
If you don't mind, Clark, I'd like to get you something real nice.
Yes, that's another great quotable line.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that it's not a quote or anything, but I like where he messes with the windmill and then he just kind of shrugs like he didn't understand what that was for during the eggnog. He's just like, oh, and then like I like that.
The way he's dressed, I mean, Cousin Eddie
that
is
turtleneck where you can see right through it is funny.
In a movie that is full of quotable lines and just rewatchable scene after rewatchable scene, Cousin Eddie is a showstopper.
Yeah, he is.
MVP of the film?
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of things,
no.
he does bring out. Yeah, I do. I would. Yeah, I would say so.
It's at that level of things are not going well with this Christmas Vacation, but when he shows up, it rocket ships off to what the movie becomes.
Well, and even like when he goes out and acts like if he could like save that chair. Maybe he'll take it and
fumigate
he's
that.
Like, hey,
that's a quality item.
He's like, hey, I didn't want to. Some about basic things, but basically he sold everything and like they live in that trailer. Like, but nothing's ever really that surprising that that this has happened to them. He talks about like where like her eye, like his daughter's eyes, because was a mule or something kicked her.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, this is so like, but it's so ridiculous, but it's funny.
I don't remember the order, but it's fell down a well, eyes go across, got kicked by a mule.
Yeah,
they come across.
Yeah, he's like, poof, and then it's like
when he says. Somebody, he's talking about joining the circus, and Clark goes, "You must be so proud."
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh yeah."
This isn't even really a quote, but I just love how like they want to check those lights, and Rusty's like, "Oh man, I got homework. I got to feed the pigs," and like he just wanders off.
I like the I don't remember if it's the aunt, great grandma, whatever the old lady is. She's like, I'll give you a whole quarter to rub my bunion or something.
Yeah. Clark's mom, Aunt Bethany, is also in the running for MVP.
That's true. Yeah,
every scene of hers is great.
Yeah. And she is, she's Shirley Temple.
No.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Never knew that.
She is the OG Shirley Temple.
Wow.
But I do love the way she talks with that bride. She's like, "Oh my God, it's her cat."
She wrapped up her damn cat.
And you can tell it's a real performance from Chevy Chase because he moves that box.
Yeah.
And acts like there's something in there. I'm like, he's with it. He's with it. But it's funny.
Let's get into some Letterboxd reviews because this is you get into some of these iconic films and there's some really good stuff. I feel like the mark of you've got a good movie that has stood the test of time. It lives in people's hearts when the Letterboxd reviews are just series of quote after quote after quote from the film. But there are some funny ones in here. Russman gives it a 3.5 and just says they didn't even go on vacation.
That's true. It's a It's a staycation, is what it is.
Yeah, this is a funny one from Sean. 3.5 stars. An insightful critique exploring the plight of the shrinking middle class in post-Reagan suburban communities at the expense of encroaching globalization and billionaire brain poison. In many ways, a movie for our time.
Oh.
Good squirrel bit, too.
Wow, that's a lot of thought there, Sean.
He's just yakking on a bone.
Yep.
Oh, here's a good one we missed. Hey, Griswold, where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? And Clark says, bend over and I'll show you.
I wasn't talking to you.
And why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
Yeah.
I love this one. This is this is from Den of Geeks. 4.5 stars. This walked so Joker could run. There is a timeline where Clark Griswold becomes the Joker.
Oh,
yes, it makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah. She wrapped up her damn cat. We talked about that one. Oh, here we go. She falls down a well. Her eyes go cross. She gets kicked by a mule. They go back. I don't know. 5 out of 5.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I want Clark to get his in-ground pool just like the rest of you, but let's be honest for a moment. Clark's bonus, even if it's more than he dreamed of, will be spent repairing his damn house.
That's true. That is very true.
Oh, man.
I also find, there's times where they're leaving, they leave him in the attic. He's like, well, I can't. I have to take medicine for my back. I'm just like, I can't imagine in any shape, or form where we're just not going to talk to the person of the house, and we're all going to get in the car and drive off, and maybe they'll meet us later. That's the most ridiculous thing in the movie.
You know, the movie has the perfect, you were talking about the attic scene, and, then he gets trapped up there, he watches the old movie, the old home films, and I think that's part of what keeps the staying power, too, is that it does have this sentimental nature about it that, you combine our nostalgic feelings for watching it with generations. Well, that was sentimental, too.
Yeah.
With the kind of sentimental feelings in the film, and it all works.
And I really think people should, I don't think it's played at all, but that song that's played up in the attic is Ray Charles' Spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
I love that song, but it is never played on any of the stations that kind of run it 24/7 once Thanksgiving's over. But I love that song because he's like, why can't Christmas be every day of the year? And I really love that song.
Well, and on that note, there's a handful of songs in that movie that if I hear them, I think about is that
Here
movie.
Comes Santa Claus. I think of that one, and I love the opening, the whole animated one, like Christmas Fake. It's so catchy.
It's crazy because it's something that this film has gotten a lot of praise for. From a critical standpoint, has been like, well, the soundtrack is great, the music's great in this film.
What's her name sings that opening song? What's something divine?
Something.
She's very famous, and she's been a lot.
Mavis.
Joy Divine Randolph.
No, God,
close.
I love her. But yeah, it's Mavis Staples. That's who it is.
Of the Staple Singers.
Yeah,
I was going to say Staple Sisters for some reason, but Staple Singers.
But I love that music.
So that was something like it was lauded for, but they never released a soundtrack.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you would think
why didn't Chevy Chase throw a fit about that?
Leaving money on the table right there.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So one of the all-time classics.
It really
I don't know.
is.
Do you guys have any parting thoughts? We're wrapping things up here.
I like when Beverly D'Angelo does a kiss to Chevy Chase's butt chin.
Yeah.
That
gets you going.
Very sweet. It's just funny, like when that road rage incident where the movie starts.
It really is like
that,
from start to finish.
Yeah,
I feel like we're laughing. We're having a good time. It's
ridiculous. Everyone knows there's no way they could have pulled that Christmas tree out of the ground and put it on that car. It's impossible, but they did it. I get it. The way the kids act, the way the brother and sister act when the family comes in. I've made a comparison when we host stuff. It's like Christmas Vacation where everyone's at the door and then there is no peace and everyone's talking and everyone's griping and we've all been there and done that but there's also a real like love for the holidays when the family's together. And we've had this with our family is like you get up and there is like the siblings are there and like everybody's there and there is something, there's something nostalgic about it and something that's it just feels nice. But yeah, I just love like when he is talking to I think she may have been a real life model, but when he's at the mall and he keeps talking about nipples and stuff and like he's laughing and like Rusty's looking at him like, oh my God. And then like he has that, like, I think of that song every time when he sees, like, he imagines the pool and that woman in there. She's about to reveal her top. And
yes, the
she
Hawaiian
comes in
Christmas
about Santa.
song.
Yeah. There's just so many things associated with that movie now that maybe not even before you even could remember, but now it's like, oh yeah, I remember that because it played there and this was this.
But you're at a store and you hear the Hawaiian Christmas song and you're immediately watching that scene in your mind again.
Yeah.
And like I said, the opening of it with the animation and stuff with the Christmas Vacation.
Well, you mentioned it, but as you get older and as you're the adult putting these kind of things on, dealing with the chaos of them, it lands in a different way, and that's part of why it works continually, too.
That's it, too, because you start to identify who is who in this situation, like, I don't know, but Uncle whoever, where he can't help but light a cigarette and lights it, and he's like, that was an ugly tree anyway. But there's also those moments, and you were talking about where, like, Chevy Chase's dad is talking to him, And there is that
Sweet.
that sense of tradition and like, no, I think it's your there is this kind of reminder of what it should be about and kind of how you can get caught up in it, which a lot of the Christmas movies are kind of like that. But I thought that was nice too. To
your point, Brett, it's echoed in one of Ellen's comments when she says, "I don't know what to say, but it's Christmas and we're all in misery."
Yes.
And what's the one where they're like, "Hey, I have to share a bed." She's like, "I have to share a bed with your father."
Yeah.
Like, and you know what's funny is when I was younger, I didn't quite understand the gag of it, but when he's flipping through the magazine and those pages get stuck, I didn't think of the tree part.
Yeah.
But it is quite funny.
That is what's great about good, like, long-standing comedy. The way that those things kind of unfold over time.
Yeah, and that's kind of where you say where, like, it kind of separates, like, the kids laughing and then the adults are like, yeah, like, okay, I get it and stuff. And especially, like, dealing with him and Ellen's, like, kind of, you know, marriage and kind of what she puts up with and what he's trying to do and show off and try to sit with the lights and everything else and give this, elaborate demonstration.
Do you guys have a Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies? I've got mine while you guys think.
Go ahead.
I would give honorable mentions. It's not a Christmas movie. I know what you're going to say. It's not a Christmas movie just because we watch it every Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
8 Crazy Nights is technically a Hanukkah film.
Yeah.
So,
but it's the best Hanukkah movie that exists.
Which is also, I don't remember which publication, but somebody wrote a big think piece about, like, it says something about Hanukkah that this is our best Hanukkah movie.
That's true.
I digress. I would also give honorable mentions to Love Actually, which I watched for the first time this past Christmas season. The Holiday, which is one that my wife loves that we sit and watch every season. And a new addition to the rotation, The Holdovers.
Yes, great.
Paul Giamatti.
Glad you brought that one up.
Me
it's
too.
not on my Mount Rushmore, but it's close.
My Mount Rushmore would be, and I'm with you. I almost put it on mine too. Christmas Vacation. I like the weird Jim Carrey Christmas Carol, the animated one that's like super trippy. I like watching that really close to Christmas. The Polar Express is on mine, and then the fourth one would go to The Night Before.
I think mine would be The Santa Claus, Christmas Vacation, Polar Express, and The Holdovers is very close, and I just watched it. It's become somewhat of a tradition now because I really enjoy it, and it's close. But I really, as far as just things that's recent and the way it's done, I really like Klaus.
Klaus is good too, yeah.
So I think those would be my top 4 where, like, I must watch them every year.
My Christmas Vacation is on my list. Probably my number 1 is Home Alone. I do like Home Alone. Like, can watch it with the family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm cheating, but I would include both Home Alone 1 and 2 in that. Both of those are kind of equally good to me. So a movie that's really become one of my favorite movies just in general is It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's a movie that's aged really well, and I love that one for a lot of the same reasons. Not hilarity, but just nostalgia and that kind of thing. And then I didn't see this until, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, but I'm going to say Die Hard. I watch it every single Christmas now, and I love it.
I love Die Hard. I have not seen it forever. But you know what the thing is? And I feel like maybe that's why some people have come around on Christmas Vacation when it first came out, is that there is some kind of leniency if it's a Christmas movie. There's a movie I watch every Christmas at some point. It's not a good movie. It's a dumb movie. I want to say it's like 5 or 6% rotten, but I will watch Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah.
I will watch Deck the Halls, which is not a very good movie with Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. But if it's Christmas, it's fine. It's the same one of it's a sequel. Bad Moms Christmas or something like that. It has like Susan Sarandon, but Kristen Bell's in it.
Yeah.
And Catherine Hahn's in it, I think.
Put Daddy's Home Too in the conversation.
Daddy's Home Too is one, which that thermostat argument makes me laugh every single time. But yeah, those the ones that you mentioned, I love watching Home Alone. I do like that one. That's a tough one.
Nobody said Jingle All the Way. I'm surprised.
I like Jingle All the Way, and I like that kind of element of where you have to go find this one a toy. I like that. To me is fun, but.
And that one's very of our era as kids.
Yeah, it is.
Too.
Yeah,
that
especially for kids.
That way of Christmas shopping has disappeared.
And
but
and if not, it's not as simple as it was. Now it's like this, PlayStation 7 that's like $1,000. Like it's not fun when like you would go and find a Furby or Tickle Me Elmo or something or
Trickle Me Elmo.
Trickle
that's what
Me
I
Elmo.
got this
That's
year.
right.
Yeah.
But I remember when like I stood in line and raced to get the Power Rangers. It wasn't even Christmas, but like there's that fever of like this toy, and it's the thing. These days, it's all tech stuff, and it's just expensive as hell. But I love that like he's just run like that's the whole thing of it. But I'll watch almost anything as far as like related to Christmas and like the old school, Rudolph and stuff. My son loves the OG Grinch.
I was going to say, we have
OG
to give mention. For me, any Grinch property I'm good with. The original Grinch, the Ron Howard Grinch, the emo Grinch, the newer one.
Right.
I love it. It's great.
But my son loved, we will pass this house that has like, where they have the lights, but one of them has the Grinch's face on their garage door during it. We will drive by and he will say, "No Grinch, no snow." Like he's almost like he's waiting for it to come back, but he knows it's not coming soon. But and we watch it I don't know how many times, but there's stuff like that in Frosty he loves too. So there's things like that I that is fun to watch, and I really do love to. I'm not like Stoney. I don't have stuff for seasons, but I will say I do try to watch like scary stuff during Halloween. And a lot of it's whether it's Monster House, Hocus Pocus, which again, Hocus Pocus is not a good movie, but it's just something that people watch during Halloween. I'm sorry, it's not. I tell Brittany and my sister-in-law love
Vibes.
And
Vibes.
And they're like, "Oh, it's great," and I'm like, "But it's not good." Like, can we agree that it's not a good movie?
Listen, it's
and
kinda,
Hocus Pocus 2 proves that point that they haven't gotten any better.
To me, it's like, and it circles back to Christmas Vacation. You can say whatever you want about Christmas Vacation. I'm giving it 5 stars every single time.
Yeah. But I enjoy it because it makes me laugh.
Yes. Yep.
Hocus Pocus, not so much. But then Christmas, I really like having that. And I will tell you guys, probably in another year or so, I have a feeling I'm probably just going to be like, Holdovers deserves like the top, like one of the top
great.
spots.
So
because
good.
It's so good. It's funny. It feels so Christmassy and winter. But I'm not there yet, but I have a feeling I'll probably take it off. But this past year, I tried to actually watch rom-coms during February. I thought, oh, you know what? Let's just watch old, like Bridesmaids and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Sounds like you got seasons to me.
I'm there. I'm almost there. And the new Bridget Jones one that came out in February is delightful.
I like, 51st Dates around Valentine's Day. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which was our Valentine's Day episode this year
and
on this show.
You had mentioned it, but like I will watch You've Got Mail around the February, but then November, December, I'm happy to watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's charming that people are emailing people on like American Online. Like it's
nostalgia.
Hey, listen,
it is.
Like,
it is.
Spring is the only season that I don't have anything for. The wintertime, I'm watching The Hateful Eight, The Revenant, Hundreds of Beavers. We get to summertime, I'm watching The Goonies, The Sandlot,
Grown Ups,
Midnight in Paris. Like, let's, all those Adam Sandler comedies.
Yeah, you need to
classics.
see the way back.
Talk about 4th of July movies. Sandlot, Jaws.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jaws.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
it is a 4th of July movie.
And it's
Independence Day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Oh, we got it. Well, that's going to do it for us. It's the end of my notes.
Okay. Right.
Any parting thoughts, gentlemen?
No, it's a Christmas classic for many reasons, but it's something that you can sit down and watch. You can work and watch. You can work and listen to it. You can quote it. You kind of know what every scene is. But here's the thing: it never gets old.
Never gets old. Nope.
5 out of 5. No notes.
I'm with you. 5 out of 5. I know it's not a 5 out of 5 movie, but I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 every time.
Yep.
That is going to do it for another year of the Movie Review Rewind podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in this year. We sincerely appreciate it. at a point where we're actually at the end of our scheduled recording, so I don't know what next month's episode is going to be as we're recording this. So stay tuned.
National Lampoon Schindler's List.
We'll see you in 2026. For Brett and Brandon, I'm Stoney. Check out all of our work at NashvilleMovieDispatch.substack.com. Subscribe to the Nashville Movie Dispatch wherever you take in your podcasts. Until next time, you stay classy, moviegoers.